Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I've got a little package to share with you today, another one that's come over from mainland China. This is from a company called sevengreat.com. sevengreat.com. I will put a link to their website in the description box below. They mainly specialise in cross-stitch kits. Hang on a sec. I will give you a quick look at their website before we go in and open the package. So this is the kit that I've chosen. They just give me a budget and let me choose whichever one I like. And part of the reason I went for this one is because I can't, if I do a cross stitch, what do I do with it? I live in a rented house. There's a limit to how many holes I can make in a wall. And I thought with this one, because of the shape of it and the length of it, it's massive. I can make this, back it with a piece of decorative fabric, and then turn it into a journal wrap. And I thought it'd be really striking. I just love the colours in it. All the lovely orangey reds and with a little bit of green there, just like when the leaves are just turning in autumn, and then that blue behind to make it all pop. I just love that. I think that's beautiful. Obviously there's postage to pay on top of that. I can't speak to what that is because they don't tell me all that stuff. There's free shipping if you spend over $49, so I guess that's about 40 quid or so, isn't it? All VAT is paid by them, and there's all different currencies there. Now, although they seem to mainly do cross stitch, they also, under this tools bit here, there are all sorts of other things. Now I opened this up in a separate tab to show you as well, because I thought this is quite a useful thing if you wanted to get a cross stitch kit and you want to make up the minimum order. There's a lot of other things here under tools that I think would be really useful, like these huge collections of embroidery threads. Okay, they're not DMC or Anchor, but I have used these cheap threads before and they're all right. I find them fine. There's also this, I've got one of these stands, but that's something I would consider if I didn't have one. I love that. I like that extra bit there that's presumably for the chart that you're working from. That's a good idea. Yeah, so all kinds of things there as well. Water erasable pens, needle threaders, bobbins, scissors, all kinds of stuff like that that they do as well, and they all seem to be really good priced. Now I think that's all I need to say for a minute. No, you don't want to look at me. Let's go back, let's go to the desk now and get this open and have a look. So I've just taken it out of the outer bag that it comes in, and they all of these companies seem to use these standard grey bags. Everything seems to go in there. I said before, the only thing I don't like really is the amount of plastic involved, but I guess they have to protect things. They're coming a long way. Having said that, I've always been so impressed at how quickly they get here. It's like 10 days, 2 weeks at the most between me telling them what I would like and it arriving on my doorstep. Yeah, pretty impressive. So this is the kit. Now, one of the reasons that I stopped, I used to love doing a bit of cross stitch. It's kind of, to me, it's a little bit like a stitchy version of paint by numbers, isn't it? Sometimes it's just nice to have something, or colouring books, you know, it's like a stitchy colouring book. It's just nice to have something a little bit mindless to do sometimes, because my hands have to be busy all the time. I can't just sit and watch telly or sit and listen to an audio book or something without having something in my hands to do. Cross stitch is one of those things that I would do when I don't want to have to think too hard, but it became very difficult for me because my eyesight just isn't, I can't just follow a chart anymore. I just can't do it. The difference with these is, although you've got the chart to follow, the codes are actually all printed onto the fabric that you're going to stitch on. So, and then it all washes out afterwards. So that is going to make it so much easier for me. And I have to say, I haven't tried one of these yet, but I think it's just going to be a game changer for me. Now, this is an 11 count one, which is not many. It's like, the smaller the number, the bigger the weave of the fabric, if that makes sense. So there are only 11 stitches to an inch. That 11 count is 11 stitches to an inch. You'll see 11 count there. When you look on the website, you'll see you can look it up by 11 count, 18, whatever. I wouldn't do one of the really close ones anymore, I don't think, especially at this size. But it will be easier to follow, easier to do, and quicker. Just going to get this open and I'll be back. Layers and layers of plastic. I will keep that, and I'll keep it all in the bag together until I'm ready to go. I noticed that they also sell these kind of zippered kind of pouch things for keeping all of this in, which is probably a good idea. A lot of thread there. Okay, so let's have a quick look at this first. These are our instructions, such as they are, but it's pretty straightforward. We're just telling you how to divide the 6-stranded floss, read the numbers, find the yeah, this is all just like very, very straightforward. And that's it. Different instructions there for when you've got the printed type of canvas or the unprinted, which is what I just can't do anymore. They tell you how, there's a little diagram there to show you how to make the cross stitches if you haven't done it before, because you need to, sometimes it's the whole stitch, sometimes it's half or quarter stitch, 3/4 stitch. They tell you all of that. And French knots. Now one of the things I do want to experiment with doing, and I've got another kit to play with as well, is to not necessarily stick exactly to what they've got here. So I might introduce some different stitches and some extra texture and a bit of beading into it, and just do my own thing with it and get a little bit creative with it. Because just because you've got a kit, to me, the kit is giving me the canvas, a huge amount of threads in all these beautiful colours, and yes, a basic design, but there's no reason why I can't just add my own spin on it or ignore the design altogether. Because for what was it, $14 something, so like, I don't know what the equivalent is, but it's certainly less than £14. I've got all of these threads and this, so I think that's pretty good. What it hasn't got is some paper is strange. It's unrippable. It's unterable, like plastic backed paper. That's probably a really good idea. Saves it getting all, because otherwise when you're folding and unfolding all the time, eventually it's going to start splitting and things as you're working with it, because I guess you'll be working on this for quite a while. You can kind of see the beautiful design there, but if I hadn't shown you on the website, that's all you would be able to see. There we go, it's a bit better. So what it hasn't got is a big picture of the design, which would kind of be nice. I suppose not necessary, but would be nice. Let's have a look at how big this actually is, because I thought I might have misunderstood, because it's actually, good grief, it really is as big as that. So you can see if I do this, obviously I'll trim that down, back it with a piece of fabric. I have got loads here to make this a wraparound, like a journal wrap, and I love having journal wraps to keep all of my, not just my sketchbook, but some pencils and things like that, and I love making those. Oh, lovely. It really is every bit as big as they said. So yeah, afterwards, when you've done it, you soak it, and the colour that you see printed here all disappears. To be honest, if it's not really showing, I probably won't even bother, but we'll see. I'll play that by ear. Open that in a second. There's another little bag here. Oh, look. Cute. Oh, 5 needles. 5 little needles. They're lovely. They're a bit like chenille needles in that they're small and straight, and they've got those big eyes. But these haven't got a sharp point like chenille needles. They've got a... But they'll be absolutely perfect for doing this. Oh, it's making me really want to do it now. I love the idea of putting in a little sparkly pom-pom. That's quite cute. And this is a thimble, which I will have another go with. People keep telling me I should use a thimble. Very simple, just squeeze it to fit your finger. I will have another go at using a thimble. And I believe the idea is that you wear it on your second finger and you use it to push the needle through. So I will have another go. And a needle threader. Now, I've already got some of these, but if you didn't, everything you need is there except a little pair of scissors, which we've all got. So that's pretty impressive. The bit I'm most excited to see, though, is the thread. That looks like a lot of thread when you think how much embroidery threads would be. I do think these kits seem to be extremely good value compared to buying embroidery kits from shops in this country. Like the shop that I used to work in, I dread to think how much this kit would have been in there. But for like less than 15 quid, I'm going to quickly convert that. So hang on, I'm going to work out exactly how much this is in English money. That works out £11.72 for this kit. So even if you had to pay, to be honest, even if I had to pay a £5 postage, I would still have been pleased with this. So, right, let's get in and look at the threads. Whoa, that is a lot of thread. That goes to show how much work there is in this, doesn't it? 2 great big hanks of this black. No, 3. of the black. Why is there so much black? I suppose there is quite a bit of black now. And then this beautiful orange, a hank of that. And look at these. I don't want to get this in a tangle. Beautiful. Oh, look. All nicely sorted with the corresponding. I guess these numbers will correspond to the chart. Yep. Fantastic. Lovely colours. The thread feels really nice. Let's see if I can, oops, sorry for the bubble. See if I can give you a bit of a, oh, I love these colours. Here we go. See if I can give you a bit of a close up. Feels nice. It's stranded cotton embroidery floss, you know. As I say, okay, it might not be Anchor or DMC, but it seems perfectly fine to me, and I have used these cheaper threads before and have not had a problem with them at all. Okay, I need to do that carefully so as not to get them into a tangle. A closer look at these as well. So what I will do is wind these onto bobbins as I start using them. Absolutely gorgeous. And the fact that you've got all the thimble, several needles, nice looking needles, and the threader as well. That black is confusing my camera, so I think I might put the black kind of a bit out of the way. Let's just put the black there. The camera doesn't like too much black or too much white. Just try and make myself up a little thumbnail. Yeah, absolutely delighted with that, and it's really making me want to stitch. As I say, you know, I spend a lot of time doing very creative stitching and kind of free-form stitching, if you like, but sometimes it's just nice to kind of follow a path that someone else has created for you. A bit like, you know, I spend a lot of my time doing creative art stuff, but occasionally I just like to do a bit of colouring, or like the quirkles I was doing in a live a little while back. It's just, yeah, it's just chill out stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to doing that, and I think I'm going to end up with something I can find a use for instead of having to find wall space for. And I think that will make a really striking journal wrap. Thank you very much again to sevengreat for sending me that to try out. Obviously this isn't going to be something I'm going to do quickly and come back and show you, but I might I might share some pictures of the work in progress, and certainly when it's finished eventually I will come back and show you the next stage when I turn it into a journal wrap, because I think that would be fun, but I think that's quite way down the line yet. So thanks again to sevengreat, and thank you to you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that little peek, and all of the links will be in the description below. I'll put my link tree in there as well, so if you haven't already joined our Facebook group and the free Discord community, you can find all the links you need there. And I'll see you there. Pop in, say hello, show us what you're up to. That's it from me for now. I will see you again soon. Bye.